This is a screen cap that some of you might remember from Pokimane's Instagram story. The original image reads, "Stop calling a male a simp for simply being a decent male. Yes, even when it's a joke." Poki adds the caption, "It was funny maybe 2 years ago, and you know what? Some dudes really do be simpin', LMAO. But I'm tired of seeing anyone male, female, attack helicopter, other."
Hey everyone, how are you? I don't normally cover non-trans streamers or things like that unless they've done something really egregious, but I wanted to talk about this because it's a little weird. I have lots of mixed feelings about it, so let's get into it. For those who don't know, the streamer by the name of Pokimane was banned from Twitch after streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender. The ban is likely a temporary result of a DMCA strike. Here's the thing. I, as a content creator, hate the DMCA system. It is absolutely the murder of art. It is something we have to deal with a lot that causes a lot of problems. And it means that if I put up critiques against, say, The Matrix and I show scenes of it, it can be nailed. If I happen to not cut out some music, I can have my video demonetized until Warner Brothers decides to let it go. It is an act that is made to protect corporations. It is there for the exact use of protecting their material from being commented on, critiqued on in any kind of meaningful way. And it is incredibly abusable on YouTube, and I assume on Twitch as well. That is, there have been many content creators who have been incredibly hurt by DMCA takedowns being fraudulently used as a way to shut things down. This happened with Lindsay Ellis with the whole Omegaverse stuff. This happened to Jim Sterling with all of the stuff involving, bye Leo Child, all the stuff involving digital homicide. All of these things are shitty. And yet, I'm not particularly broken up about Pokimane. And you may be asking, why? She's another content creator. We should give a shit. Let's look at this. Even the biggest among us can fall. On Friday night, Pokimane Ains, one of the most popular streamers on Twitch with over 8.5 million followers, was banned from the platform after streaming the popular animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. The cause of the ban is still unknown and likely was the result of a DMCA strike. According to Twitch Tracker, I thought it said Twitch Cracker, and I was like, that's probably not great. The streamer was watching and casting the Nickelodeon show to roughly 25,000 peak concurrent viewers during the stream. Pokimane did not directly comment on her other social media platforms on how long the ban would last. However, at the time of publication, her Twitch channel is inactive. Twitch has a 3-strike policy when it comes to DMCA claims, so her channel is likely to be restored. Face of Twitch brand, blah, blah, blah. She says the Fire Nation attacked. Ha, ha, ha. Hassan Pikers tried to watch, apparently, MasterChef, based. And then we have, let's see here. Again, music. Play any music on YouTube or Twitch. You get, more so on YouTube, you get fucked. I'll get banned for hate speech. What hate speech is that? Is it because I said cracker? Oh no. Well, I'm on YouTube. I don't give a shit. So, why am I not particularly offended by this? I want you to rewind a year and a half ago. Maybe 2. I don't remember the exact time. There was a series of stories that came out of Pokimane's community. This might have been longer back. I don't know. Do that and check yourself. I'm just bringing it up. Apparently, there was a point where a trans woman had asked for the voice rights as a woman on Pokimane's Discord. And the report from this person at the time was that they were not allowed to have it because they were trans. Now, at the time, this was blamed on the mod, and I don't know what actually Pokimane's takes on this, but I do want to say this. I'm not particularly broken up about this if this person turns out to be a transphobe. In fact, I'll be honest, I tried to do a search on this. That never was resolved as far as I can tell. If chat can find me other stuff, I'll look it over while we're talking about this. But I'm really concerned about the way this stuff gets sort of minimized. I've never interacted with Pokimane's content. The only time I've ever seen anything by Pokimane was when she guested on a game of Uno with like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. But I also do believe that content creators are responsible for what their mods do. After all, the mods are an extension of you. My mods are individuals who do certain things to make sure and can make sure that our community is protected and safe. No, you're right, Gayfesh. I'm not broken up regardless, Gayfesh said, because that's just because literally she was watching a TV show. No transformative content. She was just watching TV. Yeah, no, that's just basically piracy. Like, it's just watching things over. Like, it's just, in regards to this is, I agree that this is not necessarily a great defense of fighting against the DMCA takedowns and things like that. However, I guess my concern about this is that I just want to bring up to people, if this person is a transphobe, and that's still true of Pokimane's community, that's not great. Pokimane also made a transphobic joke, according to quick research. Tired of seeing anyone, female, male, attack helicopter be called a simp for remotely being nice to a girl? Wow. Wow, one joke. Wow, that's a thing. So, she gave an apology, but it was half-assed. Yeah, I'm going to be really clear. You're not a trans woman. The attack helicopter meme should not be coming out your fucking mouth. I'm being just really honest. If you're going to be transphobic, at least put your back into it, right? Like, come on, guys. So, the idea that she is a transphobe, again, this isn't the end of the world. I'm not saying cancel her, but I'm also going to say I'm not particularly broken up about this. As Fesh said, you're not supposed to just stream a television show, right? Like, we've watched the opening to Owl House on this channel. Doesn't mean I start streaming episodes of Owl House on our channel. That would be stupid. That does infringe upon the copyright holder's abilities. There is one thing there I do agree with. If you're fucking with their market, then yeah, that's going to be an issue. Streaming that thing to them is doing that. Now, do I really care that much? Not really. But again, I just think that we need to talk about this, because to me, I tried to do searches on this, and from what I got was basically half-hearted apologies, not really any completion, and a lot of drama channels following this, but nothing ever got settled. And I guess my thought is that how do we as a community deal with somebody who's broken a rule, gets booted off a platform, at least temporarily, and how do we deal with that when there is on the one hand, the use of a system that we're not a huge fan of because we're leftists and because this absolutely puts the power in the hands of corporations. But on the other hand, this person has been incredibly transphobic. My understanding of the context was only seeing the screenshots of the actual thing. Let me see if I can find it. All right, this is what I found from a website I don't know what this is. It's SK Pop. Go off, I guess. But this is what they report. Pokimane accused of being transphobic after linked Discord DMs cause havoc on Twitter. All right, let's look at these. So, Pokimane has been accused of being transphobic after various Discord DMs were leaked on Twitter. In the past few days, Pokimane has been called a bad liar and called manipulative in the light of the Fedmeister's 25-page leaked document. I know very little about that whole thing, so I'm not going to go into it. Only what I think the right opinion covered. Again, the document includes screenshots of Pokimane and Fedmeister's texts and paints Pokimane in a bad light. I've heard that as well. She has also been accused of using Fedmeister as a scapegoat for multiple situations. From what I understand, they both were acting like assholes. But again, I haven't watched that right opinion video in a while. Pokimane gets called transphobic after leaked Discord DMs emerge. The current situation has caused further problems for Pokimane, who is now being called transphobic by people on Twitter. Like you do. With Pokimane already dealing with the entire Fedmeister fiasco, this will come as a further shock to her fans. And so, let's see if this exists still. Okay, so this let's see here. Lovely individual. Any pronouns? Pokimane's server has a girl's role, but apparently you can't get it unless you verify by talking in VC. That's not good. I asked a mod what happens if you're trans, and they said straight up I couldn't get the role. Literally just got banned for saying I'm trans in the server. Okay, I don't love that. Plux. Unfortunately, you can't. Wasn't our idea. It's Poki's idea that girls only. Yeah, and I'm a girl. A trans girl. Ew. So let me be really clear. Voice chats are really dangerous for trans women. Because the problem is that not all of us have done voice practice. I'm still in the process of voice practice. My voice doesn't always come out as feminine as I would like it to. I've heard from various members of my community that it comes off gender nonconforming. Fuck if I know. I have a terrible ear. Now, it could be the mod was throwing her under the bus when this was really their issue. That's entirely possible. But here's the thing. Pokimane said, I'm looking into this with said mod proof of conversation that was held between them, plus we'll contact SHSL Chris, that'd be the person in there, directly to resolve this and to assure she is welcome properly. Anyone in my community should be welcome with open arms, no matter the gender or sexuality, and I'm so sorry if anyone is made to feel otherwise, especially by a mod. That is not okay, and I'll make sure it's handled properly. Okay, so this is the right response, though she is marked as red in Shinigami Eye, so just, it is a thing. So this doesn't look great. I don't love that. Goes on. As you can see above, people have claimed that Pokimane's Discord has a girl's role that people can get after talking to the mods in voice chat, which, by the way, having that barrier right there is in of itself transphobic. Right? Just, can we be clear on that? I'll be honest, I think I actually might have marked her as with Shinigami Eye previously, so it might be my fault. Oops. So, yeah, having a girl's role here is really cringe, because what it essentially does is, without self-ID, it allows transphobic bad actors to essentially stop any kind of real interaction. Again, if you may not necessarily have my deliciously feminine tones in chat all the time. Sometimes people are newly out. Sometimes they haven't had a chance to do voice practice. Sometimes they're just a nice baritone. You have to get over that. So let's see here. Be a Po, this person said, I don't get it. Why do trans want to be assigned the girl role when they don't even call themselves girls? I always see them referring to themselves as trans. Why are you not asking for a trans role instead? Because if a girl or a guy doesn't reveal that he was trans to their partner, the partner might leave them. I mean, that has happened before, and they don't want to be trans. They want to be comfortable, and to be comfortable, they have to transition. Now, I don't know who this user is. This is a bad fucking argument. Like, this is a really bad argument. My argument to this would be trans is shorthand as a way for us to describe the overall, our overarching community, right? You following me? But if you're using trans in a way that is in some way reductive or reduces the ability for a person to be identified as the gender they are, whether that's non-binary, girl, boy, fill in the blank. I love you all. What you're doing is putting them into a second class. Can we agree to that? That's taking the nickname for a community, right? One of the transes, and using that to create a second-class citizen. So if there was a trans role in this server, I would guess anyone that would have it would be treated differently than, say, someone with the woman tag or the boy tag. And by the way, chat, come on. You guys, Brittany keeps setting you up for combos. Come on now, guys. Psychosocialism, what are you doing? Come on, guys. You guys need to work on combos. Anywho, let's go on. Apparently, Pokimane's Discord moderator refused to give the role to a female fan because she was a trans girl. That is cringe. Further, the moderator also allegedly claimed that the idea of giving a girl's role to girls only was Pokimane's, but a transgender girl cannot be given the role. Remember on her story when she wrote something like "Boys, Girls Attack Helicopters"? That's when I knew. Also, let's take a moment to promote trans and non-binary streamers. Trans and non-binary streamers, if you're out there, let me know so I can follow you. This shit is the kind that drives my irrational fear of speaking online. True. Is it just me? I cannot speak online, mostly because I get dysphoric about my voice, and I worry about being misgendered, even with friends. Fucking based and true. Holy shit. Holy shit. No, holy crap. You guys don't understand this. Like, I know that trans boys, let me be clear. People on T, this is not saying you guys get like a one-up. You don't. There are a lot of trans boys whose voices only go about halfway, or they still need to do voice training to be able to have the right cadence for being a boy. I'm not trying to play the game that like it's different. There are differences because you guys can get there by HRT in and of itself. Trans women can't. But regardless of those differences, the simple fact of the matter is that being in a server or on a lobby for Call of Duty or any other numbers of things can be really shitty as a trans woman, because if you come out and decide to play a game and hang out with people and you start talking and your voice isn't to a place where you pass, spoiler alert, people will just be shitty to you. You'll get crap. This is really true. This actually makes it very hard for trans girls who were gamers before they transitioned, because in a lot of ways, all of a sudden, the things you took for granted, that is the ability to go into a server or a lobby and just engage, now suddenly your identity is on forefront and any person can decide to just, in many ways, lash out at you for that. Psychosocialism, stop breaking combos. Thank you. Personal from me to you. I gave you VIP. Calm your tits. This has led to widespread criticism from the community as people have taken to Twitter to call Pokimane transphobic. I mean, guys, just because one of our mods was innocently being transphobic doesn't mean we hate trans fans. We have so many trans fans. Man, just give people what what they want, address the situation, and make apologies. Easy as that. Now, I'm going to say real quick, that's bullshit. We know what canceling looks like. We know what the online stuff looks like. It is never as simple as just fix it. It is never simple as just fix it, because even if the person does something actually wrong, like in this case, or we're talking to someone who did nothing wrong, like Lindsay Ellis, I'm going to die on that hill. The simple fact of the matter is that just an apology and anything like that is not usually what people want. They want blood. They want you to suffer in many cases. So I'm not going to say that, you know what? This is something that I think is really important to recognize, is that this person did the right thing. I think they laid out very clear prescriptions of what they wanted to happen. I just want to make sure that we always remember that that sometimes doesn't, that's not always necessarily true. I just want to keep that in mind. But this is person, Ryujin lover. I don't know what y'all are on about, but we have a bunch of trans people that are active. I don't believe trans girls are real girls either. That's just biology, but everyone has different something. Eat shit, transphobe. Based. Very nice. Or you can just grow up and not engage with them if it hurts you so much. So again, this kind of idiotic person defending Pokimane either tells me that the right grabbed onto this, or this is speaking to an indicative issue within that community. Yeah, Brittany, but that's because your colleagues are all educated. That's the word. Why would you verify people being girls? Like, that's dumb. Catfishing happens sometimes. I mean, true, but again, I think just self-IDs makes more sense. When she posted saying she didn't want enable transphobic behavior in the gaming space, and then literally at the same time having a server which enables transphobic behavior in the gaming space. Glad I stopped supporting her ages ago after the attack helicopter bullshit. Well, Pokey's a bad example of the gaming community today, begging for Pewds to play Among Us after she hates him for telling her a thought. I assume a thought. I don't know what that's about. One person had even pointed out a previous message from one of Pokimane's Discord moderators, as can be seen below. Oh, this was a mod. The moderator was alleged caught claiming that transgender girls are not real. While most people called Pokimane out, others have criticized her for being a hypocrite. This is what one of her mods said as well. I don't believe trans girls are real girls either. That's just biology, but everyone has different opinions. Y'all are just pushing this shit on to other people. So this is a right-leaning opinion. This is by definition false. We have someone who's actually in the bio field, two people that are actually in the bio field. This is just not true. Biology is sex. And again, sex is even other usually. It's just a difference in configuration. The gendering of male and female to the sexes is just social construction. It's gender, actually. Just some people have XX, some people have XY, some people have different variations in between. Some people have innies, some people have outies. They do different things because that's the way the hormones push them. But that doesn't denote who you are as a person. Sex and gender are not the same thing, guys. I hate to break it to you. Sex is a slightly non-useful term to describe a biological phenomenon. Gender is and again, I'm going to die on this hill too, is a emergent self-schema. It goes beyond a social construction. Right? Let me be very clear. I actually don't like the social constructivist theory because I don't think it takes enough into consideration. We'll have that discussion another day. That's just biology. Can people please stop saying that? Biology doesn't even agree with you on that front. That's true. Pokimane herself eventually responded to the original tweet and said that she will resolve the situation. She went on to say that all of her fans are open arms regardless of gender and sexuality. It's not just a problem with one mod. Whoever this Unity person is can... Yeah, they need to be in roadblocks. Is it Pokimane or transphobic mods? I'd like to hear her side of this because she's the last person I expect to be transphobic. I mean, she's a cis girl, so... It's been known to happen. I think her mods, at least one of them, is transphobic. I hope Poki isn't transphobic. Well, you know. What does TERF mean? I've seen it before, but I don't know what it means. It means you're a woman if you're actually a woman. It just means normal. Wow! tankery class. I don't know if that means that they're a tank in games or that they're a tanky. I'm going to assume it just means they're a video gamer. No, what it means is you're a trans-exclusionary radical feminist and part of a hate movement that actively tries to harm trans people, including trans kids. Psychosocialism might be down. So why the hell am I bringing this up? I need you guys to understand this, is that my goal is never to shut anyone down. My goal is to never make them go away, unless, of course, they're conservative, in which case they are fair game. Full stop. Hello, phone. My point is that I don't know if this stuff is active. You guys got to remember that this is from all the way back, modified in 2020. I actually don't know. Huh. We'll have to find that out. I think the video I saw was a while back. So Pokimane being kicked off of Twitch. Guess what? She'll probably get back on. She's huge. She makes them a ton of money. I think it is entirely necessary that if this is true, I think this is something that needs to be carried forward and understood. Is this still a problem? If it is, then that means that trans people should warn each other that Pokimane's community isn't safe. Does that mean I think that she should be taken down? I mean, if she's truly a bigot, yes. If she's not, then I think she needs to, actually in some way, just kind of telegraph that, whether that's having trans mods, whether that's changing the weird-ass role system. Jesus Christ, people will get catfished. What does that even mean? Like, oh God, they're going to go and date with someone on the server? You don't date people from Discord. Are you on drugs? But my point with all this is that I don't really give a crap if she's been kicked off. Showing episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender without any kind of transformation is just dumb. It's an easily new mistake. And with someone with 8.5 million followers, this is so incredibly dumb. And if she's a TERF, I hope she stays off. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, consider donating to us. You can support us on our website, transgirltherapist.org. You can also help us on our Patreon, link below, or you can become a member here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching.